Salute, Queen. Smash the like button. Everybody, prayers for PnB Rock, Young Philly G. Rest in peace, Young Philly G. Y'all, welcome in. What is going on? Y'all, the feds is said to be indicting the gang leader, Big U, and Luce Cannon in the murder of PnB Rock. Y'all, we are going to get into it. The feds is busy. The feds is not playing. They are doing a whole spring cleanup of the streets, y'all. Y'all come in the building, smash the like button, y'all. We are going to get right into it, y'all. The feds is not playing. They are doing a countdown. Hey, Miss Red, how are you? Welcome in, y'all. Smash the like button as y'all come in the building. Y'all, the feds is not playing. They not playing with nobody in them streets, y'all. Nobody. Y'all, let's continue, you guys. Let's get this ball rolling. Y'all, this is hey, you guys, I'm back. I don't know what happened. Is everybody here? Hey, Michael Miller, D Dot, everybody, are you guys here? Can y'all hear me? Just Hope One, Miss Red, my baby Jamil, Angel Mom, Michelle. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's my internet. Hold on, you guys. Let me see what's going on, because I don't know if it's my internet, my Wi-Fi connection. I don't know. Okay, you can hear me, D-Dot? Okay. Am I back? Jamil, can you hear me? I don't know what happened. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Okay, Michael says he can hear me, D-Dot. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I don't know what happened, y'all. I don't know what happened, but y'all, let's continue. The feds is watching. The feds is not playing. Y'all, they are doing a spring cleanup. But y'all, let's continue to listen, you guys.
Shout out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
Can you hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all.
Okay. Now, let's just, take a quick little moment, right? A quick little moment. Now, Big U, right? He's a big gang member in LA, right? Now, we know that he's been to prison before, right? With the state. Came out, said that he was being reformed from what I know. And then come to find out, y'all, he's been a whole snake, y'all. He's been, doing the little sneak stuff behind the cameras, behind the closed doors. But y'all, let's continue, because this situation right here has not been something that has been just happened. It's been going on, and they are putting the feds are putting the night lights out on it. There has been a lot of things that has been said that Big U has done, allegedly, according to the federal indictment. More indictments is coming for Big U and Luce Cannon, because Luce Cannon, he's loose lip sync ships. But we're gonna get into it, because what Big U was kind of portraying didn't happen to be, the good guy that he was portraying, allegedly, according to a lot of people. And y'all, they've been snitching and telling on themselves. But y'all, let's continue.
Intersect. One name looms large: Eugene Big U Indict. A feared and respected street general, Big U's influence extended from the block to the music industry, dictating who could move safely and who had to pay.
But if you don't check it in,
Oh well. For years, feds claim he leveraged his reputation to navigate hip-hop's elite, brokering deals, offering protection, and controlling careers, all under the guise of being a peacemaker. To some, he was a mentor, while others portrayed him as a predator.
He jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me up.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Oh my goodness, y'all, let's wrap that back.
To some, he was a mentor, while others portrayed him as a predator.
He jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me up.
Oh my God. He jumped on her and beat her up while she was pregnant. That's what she's alleging. Y'all, I'm telling you, this situation, I've been telling everybody, people will show you the good side. And when they go in their house, they shut the door. It's a whole nother situation, right? A whole demonic entity. Y'all, this Big U, allegedly, from what we know, What we know, he was saying, oh, he's reformed, he been to prison and did this, and now he's trying to be the gang member, the ones that, the peacemaker or whatever between these gangs and all this stuff. And y'all, we are finding out that that is not the case. But y'all, let's continue, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this, you guys.
Enforcing a harsh reality, checking in was an option. It was a necessity. From enforcing.
Oh, did y'all hear what they said? Checking in was not an option. It was a necessity. So whenever people went to LA, they had better checked in with Big U and his peoples before they even probably hit the what's it called? The tarmac where the planes land. He bet they had better checked in. It was a requirement. Y'all, let's continue. Let's get the likes up.
To industry power player and the accusations that haunt him.
You telling me that it's coincidental that Big U just so happened to be sitting in that Roscoe's when PnB Rock got murdered?
The suspect then shot the victim multiple times.
This is the story of power, fear, and control, not only in the streets, but hip-hop as well. Did Big U guide artists to success, or was he the very force they needed to escape?
And I don't think nobody is safe.
Whoa. He said he don't think nobody is safe. Now, this is the first time I ever heard about checking in, and I traveled a lot of places. I'm not checking in with nobody because ain't nobody paying my bills. But was this a requirement for like the big time people, like, you know, famous people, rappers, basketball players? Because they said even Shaq was to check in. Even all kind of different big people. PnB Rock, was he to check in? Y'all, this situation is crazy. Hey, Jazzy, welcome in. Yes, we is back at it, girl. We is back at it. So Big U made everybody check in. Was it a check-in because he was getting a cash out? When they check in, he cashed out. Y'all, I'm telling you, people will show you, oh, yes, yes, oh, I'm this great person. Yes, I'm here to help. I'm here to be a mediator. I'm here to bring peace. And then when the door shuts, y'all, the demonic entity, y'all, the horns start growing, the tail and everything. It grows. It comes out the Pinocchio nose. I mean, everything starts to grow, right? And he was supposed to be this great person, had this little fun with the basketball and doing all kind of like stuff around the community. And next thing you know, we are finding out that that is not who he really is, allegedly. But y'all, let's continue.
Known for taking fades and holding ground, particularly at a popular gang hangout, World on Wheels, the 6'5", over 200-pound martial artist was a freak of nature that loved to brag about never losing a fair one.
I've been doing martial arts since I was 9 years old. I've been fighting in the streets. That's why you always heard about me smashing things at World on Wheels. No losses.
His reputation preceded him.
I mean, they say I had a loss, but I know I had a loss when I was 15 against 1. And they called the police, and I went to jail. I don't know nobody go to jail if they was the loser.
Many of you were first introduced to Big U's character and street representation unknowingly. In the movie Friday, the character Debo was created and inspired.
Do y'all remember Debo? Y'all, he was a big dude. I remember this character. Do y'all remember that? Jazzy says, oh, so that's where the Debo character comes from in Friday. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Check this out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Let's listen.
Inspired by Big U's hood legacy.
I was tripping, man. You want me to ask for my bike back? You know I wouldn't trip. What bike?
He's, I told you, I pulled that from Big U. I used him as my background of how I wanted this character to be perceived. Because the whole...
Now, this actor, he is using Big U's, like, you know, I guess you might as well say tactics in the movie. Y'all, that's where he, was kind of picking up some of that behavior because he got it from Big U. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. D-Dot says, yep. D-Dot says, that's my bike, punk. I'm telling you, this is crazy, right? I'm telling you, the feds is not playing, y'all. And they did not know. I did not know that you had to check in if you was a big wig, famous, whatever, rapper, gangster, whatever. When you go to LA, Big U said it is a requirement to check in. And if you don't check in, we gonna have some problems. But y'all, let's continue.
Whole thing about how bad this guy was.
Yes, I did inspire the Devo character. Yes.
When the movie was in theaters, Eugene Henley was in the middle of serving a state sentence on robbery charges. When he was released back into the streets, he would proceed to reestablish his mark in Los Angeles in numerous ways.
Henley, better known as Big U, founded developing options to create viable solutions for our youth who believes that the street life is the only life they can have. Please help me welcome Big U to your world. Yeah.
Developing Options was his charity organization dedicated to the rehabilitation of gang members in a positive manner of attempting to give the youth other options than gangbanging.
Development Option was a birth child of mine, and what we want to do was reach the youth and impact gang violence. My whole sole purpose was to impact the gang violence in LA. What can I
see, you guys? He's trying to be like some gang violence, allegedly like a mediator or whatever you call it. Hey, King of Baltimore, welcome. He is trying to be like portray himself to be like, a peacemaker, from what I understand. Like, try to get everybody calmed down. The streets be, rocking in LA. So he was said to be allegedly a peacemaker. But y'all, let's continue because we found out a lot about Big U.
And how can I help to stop our kids from killing each other? So when I was in prison, I used to hear about my partners doing sports programs, and then I was trying to figure out what was lacking. So I had an idea with what the city was already trying to implement in the gang program to say that let me come home and bring the different gangs that's warring with each other together to where they have to work in the same organization.
Outside of that, he formed a record label, Unique Music, where he would manage and
thank you, Michael Miller. Thank you.
Sign artists attempting to use his street prowess to penetrate the music industry. He would begin to make connections with out-of-town mainstream artists where he would allegedly provide protection for these artists who really couldn't remain relevant in the industry without visiting and doing business in the Los Angeles area. But that came with a price.
And we shouting out to my boy, it's Big U Corrupt on the Set of Corrupt video, streetgangs.com, we love you.
Some of the artists he would connect with early were Corrupt, all the way to the likes of T.I. These connections were not hard to establish because all these...
So basically, when these people were coming in, he was telling them, you better check in with me, and you better pay X amount, is like extorting them for money. And this was his hustle, and he was doing a whole bunch of other things allegedly. But y'all, let's continue. This is crazy.
These artists had to do is ask any gang member from the Los Angeles area. It could be said that there's no way you can be considered a relevant gang member in LA without knowing who Big U was. From there, stories will begin to trickle out online where his reputation would become known. One major moment is when Henley was jumped by Samoan security guards who ignorantly mishandled Henley, not knowing they were dealing with one of the most well-known violent gangsters to ever run the streets of LA.
Look at from one brother. You say so. Don't touch him again. He's dead. All that pumping don't do nothing. Don't touch him again. Are you trigger happy too? We not bothering you. You trigger happy?
Y'all, there's a lot going on right here. There is too much going on, and this is what I guess Big U would come in and step up and try to calm the crowd down. But let's continue, y'all.
This situation spiraled to where a standoff would occur between gang members and LAPD caught on camera. It got so out of control that they begged Big U to inform the crowd that the police were not the ones that caused injury.
Who did that to you? Who did that to you?
situation with the club who employed these security guards to issue out a payment worth more than 6 figures for the situation to go away.
Wow. Did y'all hear what? They had to pay more than 6 figures to make that situation go away. And this is the type of things that it's alleged that Big U was doing. He was coming over there, hushing up the crowds, and then telling them, you pay me 6 digits. You owe $100,000 for stopping this. That is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. So this is where the extortion comes for Big U. Let's continue, you guys. This is crazy.
200-300 dudes came to Hollywood. And the dudes from every set in LA really stood up because just from every set, there was a lot of violence against just clubs and security against clubs, and people expected 5 people to die. So we ended up shutting Hollywood down. We had to meet with the powers that be. We had sat down with the owners of the supper club. They wrote me a check for over $200,000.
Wow.
The real cause
Oh,
of sunspots
wow.
on our skin.
Hold on. They wrote him a check for over $200,000. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is the stuff that I be talking about. These people will show their good side, and then when the door is shut, don't you tell nobody. We go over here making people check in over here in LA. No, there's a fight, there's an argument. We got the two gangs over here fighting. Let me come over there. Shut them down. Okay, come over there. You be quiet. You be quiet. Okay, $100,000. Somebody better put it on the table right now, or it's gonna be some smoke in the city. Y'all, this is the things that he was doing. Y'all, this is crazy. But y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button.
Who he would use his connections with to secure a deal for. One from his own Crip card, Nipsey Hussle. The two had a very polarizing story that would haunt him even to this day. The story would be filled with misunderstandings and gang politics, where the two would have frictions over.
And y'all check, this situation is so crazy too. I mean, really crazy. Really crazy. D-Dot, he says that's nuts. Yes, it is. Jamil says facts. Charlie says pimping ain't easy. I'm telling you, it is crazy, right? I mean, could y'all imagine going somewhere on a vacation, and then next thing you know, there's like a whole crowd, people yelling, acting crazy, this, that, and third, and somebody says, well, I'm just gonna call up Big U. They call up Big U. Big U comes over there. He gets everybody straight, and then puts a charge on that, getting people straight fee. He puts it, y'all, somebody better pay me $100,000, 6 digits. Somebody better pay up my money, or y'all gonna have some problems. I want my money right now. Put it on the table. Y'all, this is extortion at its finest, is it not? Y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all. This is off the chain. Oh my goodness.
Issues as small as studio equipment and family disputes, to the point where they both famously participated in a Thunderdome, which is an in-house disagreement that would be settled with two factions squaring off in a fight that ended with allegedly Eugene getting the best of Nipsey, leading to Nipsey's brother, Black Sam, ending the confrontation by shooting in the air.
Wow. And y'all remember that. That was crazy. Hey, celebrity scandalous. Welcome in. Welcome in. Y'all, this is so crazy. Big U was a piece of work, y'all.
Patrolling the area would hear these shots and respond, leading to Black Sam getting arrested on the spot. Some would say this whole deal got out of hand after Nipsey dropped a diss song about Henry called You Don't Have a Clue.
I'm busy getting rich, you think that I'm gonna stop for you? I built this on my own and everybody know it's true. Still niggas act like they supposed to have control of what I do, but look, they don't got a clue.
Me and Nipsey had a fallout. He had my equipment, and I wanted to use my equipment. He got mad because I got my equipment back.
Wow.
So that's when our conflict started. I ended up getting the equipment back and said I'm gonna move it right here at my shop on 43rd and Crenshaw. And then everybody can get there all the time. Then you can get to who you want to. So he got mad.
You ain't gonna get on my way, bro.
He ain't like that. He's supposed to make a diss song about me. Well, I ain't no rapper. I'm a scrapper.
Oh, he said, I'm not a rapper, I'm a scrapper. Y'all, is this, he is telling us who he really is, right? He letting us know his true colors. Hey, Angel, welcome. Is he not letting us know his true colors, y'all? Oh my God, y'all, let's continue. I'm telling you, y'all, Big U, y'all, he let us know what it is.
So, we end up having to come talk about that.
Wow.
Pull up the homies, and Nip admitted his wrong, but still there's some consequences to your wrong. I came to pick him up that morning so he can get his discipline. And his brother got in the way. Talking about my brother not.
Wait. Did he say I went to pick him up to get his discipline? Let me rewind that. Hold up, swole up, y'all. Oh my goodness.
Well, I ain't no rapper. I'm a scrapper. So we end up having to come talk about that. Pull up the homies, and Nip admitted his wrong, but still there's some consequences to your wrong. I came to pick him up that morning so he can get his discipline.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Whoa. Did he say he went to go pick up Nipsey Hussle so he can get his discipline? See, y'all, I'm telling you, these people are something. We got to pay attention. What have I been talking about? Paying attention to people's words. We have to pay attention to people's words. Who are you to tell me you got to come pick me up so you can so I can get my discipline? Oh my God, y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is crazy, y'all. Let's continue.
Brother got in the way. Talking about my brother not going nowhere.
The beef would be squashed, though the feelings between the two would never be the same. Their relationship would take a national spotlight after one gloomy day at the end of March 2019, where Nipsey will be shot to death in front of his Marathon store by a fellow neighborhood 60 called Shitty Cuz, aka Eric Holder. Though Eric Holder will be charged and convicted for the murder, even to this day, Big U will be accused of having a say in this murder, accused of giving Holder a green light. This will be marked by eerie clips of Henley's response to the killing of Nipsey, one he always referred to as someone he saw as his son.
Justice for them.
Did they say justice for Nip and then they're laughing? Did I hear that right? Oh, loving myself. Hey, how are you? Is that what I heard? Y'all, let's wrap that back. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, people are a piece of work, y'all. We got to listen. We got to be great at ear hustling these days, because I'm telling you, these people are a mess.
Of having a say in this murder, accused of giving Holder a green light. This will be marked by eerie clips of Henley's response to the killing of Nipsey, one he always referred to as someone he saw as his son.
Justice for them.
He did. He said justice for Nip, and he started laughing. Oh my goodness. So is he responsible for Nipsey's murder? Is he responsible? Is that boy one of Big U's goons? Oh my God, y'all, let's continue.
These accusations would only get stronger after a self-proclaimed enforcer of Big U, Luce Cannon, would confess to the world.
And y'all, we already know what Luce Cannon, y'all. Luce Cannon, you know, Loose Lips is sinking a lot of ships, right? Luce Cannon, he's been over there singing like a songbird all over social media. Let's just call it what it is, right? D-Dot says, very sus, yes. Jazzy says, wow, and laugh and shaking my head. Yes, that is so crazy.
On the No Jumper podcast that Henley previously knew that Nipsey would be murdered a half an hour before it occurred.
So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick. So I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nip answer the phone.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yup, he hit me a little bit too early.
This episode would be removed off.
Wow, hold up. Let's rewind this. I'm telling you, they are over here. I mean, y'all, they've been snitching on themselves. The feds was eating all of this up. Don't think not for one moment. The feds looked and said, oh, no, we don't need that intel. No, the feds looked, they took their notes and recorded everything that they said, everything that they're doing for a very long time. Y'all, they've been watching them for over 4 years. Y'all, let's continue. This is crazy.
For YouTube after being hit with the cease and desist issued from Henley himself. Although Big U would hold a peace walk in an attempt to unite LA gangs, he would not attend Nipsey's funeral or procession.
Do me one small
Wow.
favor before we continue. Please apply pressure to that subscribe button. Yes.
Wow.
Apply pressure to that subscribe button.
Wow. OMG. Y'all, I'm telling you, we got to listen. And he didn't go to Nipsey's funeral. He didn't go to Nipsey's funeral. I mean, is that very suspicious? They were supposed to be cool. They were supposed to be boys or whatever. But no, really and truly, he was really like the gang leader. And, you know, he told him whatever he did that he was going to be going to get his punishment for. Y'all, I'm telling you, these people are like dangerous. And the gang situation in LA is something crazy, right? It's not nothing to take lightly or politely.
March 20th, 2025, the FBI would drop a bomb on not only Big U, but a considerable amount of fellow gang members, hitting Big U with a 107-page indictment
Wow.
that detailed horrific accusations of robbery, extortion, prostitution, and fraud.
Wow.
Henley Jr.
And y'all, the fraud situation, he was making people check in when they came to LA. Oh, you Shaq? Okay, you need to check in. Or you're XYZ person. Oh, you need to check in. And then when they were getting there, they were snatching their jewelry, his little goons, snatching their jewelry, and then having somebody else say, oh, you this is your jewelry? Okay, pay me $40,000 to get it back. Y'all, it was a whole operation. That's why they are being charged with a RICO act. They did a whole paddy wagon roundup. Y'all, the feds are spring cleaning. They're not playing with nobody in them streets, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a spring cleaning, street cleanup. I mean, that the feds are doing. Let's continue.
Big U ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud.
This indictment would detail an even more grim picture of Big U's alleged relationship with a host of rappers.
Wow.
Big U would use a method called checking in to extort out-of-town athletes and rappers.
Y'all, I'm telling you, he was making the athletes, the actors, probably other gang members and everybody, he was making them check in. He said that was a requirement. You get off the plane and you don't check in with me, oh, you're going to have HE double hockey sticks to pay. If you don't check in with me, we going to have some problems, right? We going to have some problems, right? I'm telling you, it is crazy. But y'all, let's continue.
For money and industry favors. Checking in is a system where individuals or a company must contact the locals or take the risk of being robbed or shot at. Many times these individuals are not paying for protection from others, but unknowingly the same locals that they were paying.
There have been rumors that LA is probably one of the most dangerous places for rappers. Do you believe that's true?
Yeah. Because, I mean, everybody be checking in. That's your favorite thing to do, check in with somebody that's...
Hey, Lord, welcome in. Y'all, I'm not checking with nobody. Ain't nobody paying no bills of mine. Ain't nobody bought my plane tickets. I'm not checking in. Look, you want to go over there and steal people's stuff, go to the next person. But y'all, do y'all think that some of those people that were like, you know, Shaq and all those people that they like named and said, do y'all think they went to the feds and was like, hey, these people over here extorting me for money, stealing my chains and all that? And Shaq is a big dude. So, I mean, Big U, he's a big dude too, but I think Shaq probably got him beat. But he got his goons to be doing his dirty work and he was running a whole operations thing. Y'all, this is crazy. Let's continue.
That's gonna rob your stupid ass.
Wow.
Yo, you think that guy, the guy that you don't know, motherfucker, in California got your back?
Movie production in the hood. That's how we do it, young man.
Top flight, baby.
GB running this here movie set in the hood.
Come on out here.
We coming out here and checking in with GB, getting these movies done. You better know it.
Oh, this was a check-in. Was this was this a check-in, y'all? Put a yes or no in the comment box. Was this a check-in? Let me rewind that shortly. Let me rewind that. Hold on. Was this a check-in?
Like, yeah, GB running this here movie set in the hood. I'm out here, coming out here, checking in with GB, getting these movies done.
Wait, is he making him check in? He said he's checking in on the movie set. I'm telling y'all, this is what he was doing, extorting these famous people.
You better know. Anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't check it in, oh well. Just gonna check your ass out. We're gonna check you in, all right?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Is this what they were telling him? Y'all better check in, because if y'all don't check in, basically it's going to be some problems. It's going to be some smoke in the city. Houston, we are going to have some problems. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all, this is crazy. OMG, y'all, let's continue.
All right.
Wow.
We're going to check in all of your equipment.
Henley's aggressive.
Oh, Jamil says that was a definite threat. Yes, it was. If somebody is telling me, when you get here, you better check in with me, or else, yes, that is considered a threat. I can't go. Last time I checked, this is a free country. I can fly and go and do whatever I want to do wherever I want to. You know, maybe some places you may not want to tread some certain territories, right? But going and flying into this airport, flying into that airport, we have the right to do that as an American citizen, right? We could go and fly and go wherever we want, right? But for him to come and say, we run LA, you come to my city and you better check in and you know, we're going to charge you some money basically. And that's how he was getting a lot of money. Y'all, I'm telling you, these streets ain't nothing nice in LA, y'all. And neither is Big U or Luce Cannon. Let's continue.
Artists and companies check in, garnered him all kinds of income and favors, even ushering himself into the movie industry, where he appeared in a list of movies such as Force of Execution with Steven Seagal.
Martial arts and movie with Steven Seagal. The movie was Force of Execution with Steven Seagal, Danny Trejo, and Ving Rhames. And basically, you had.
I mean, y'all, this is crazy. I done traveled all over the world, and I've been to Cali numerous times, and I will be waiting for somebody to tell me I need to check in. I'm not checking in with nobody. Do we need to call the FBI, the CIA, and let them know that you over here charging people to check into their city when we know that it was a free country? You can fly wherever you want, right? Why do I need to check in? Hold on, let me call the FBI. 1-800 Damon Williams, yeah, the FBI, yeah, the Southern District of New York. Do we have to check in to come to Cali? I'm telling you, y'all, some of them people was probably calling the FBI. I'm telling you, that's probably how they got caught. I'm telling you. Let's continue.
I had to be karate expert to be in the movie. I had a fight scene in there. It was fun.
Inside the indictment, it would state that rapper
Stacy, you was a mess. Stacy, you're a mess. Stacy said that Martha Stewart had to check in. Oh my God, Martha Stewart. I don't know. She had to check in, y'all. Maybe she had Snoop. She had backing of Snoop Doggy Dogg. Yeah. All she had to do is call. Let me call Snoop. Hey Snoop, do you know Big U over here trying to charge me some money? Snoop, can you just come to the airport? Yo, Martha Stewart has Snoop Dogg probably 911. Or speed dial, right? Y'all, let's continue.
with the initials RR would have to cough up thousands of dollars to stave off of potential termination of a rapper with the initials MM.
Wait, let me wrap that back. Hold on. Let me wrap that back, y'all. This is crazy, y'all. I mean, y'all, there's a whole SOP on check-in. Y'all, did y'all know there was a whole SOP on the check-in? And the feds are checking the check-inner, right? I mean, the feds is like, I didn't know this is the SOP, the standard for checking in. Y'all, I'm telling you, people are crazy. Let's continue. I want to see this little check-in situation.
It was fun.
Inside the indictment, it would state that a rapper with the initials RR would have to cough up thousands of dollars to stave off a potential termination of a rapper with the initials MM. The assumption would be the two rappers were Rick Ross and Meek Mills. Ross at the time had Meek Mills signed to his label.
We in LA. When I go to Chicago, I respect Chicago wholeheartedly. I check in. When I go to...
Wait a minute, Big U. Do you check in and drop the bag? Do you check in and drop $100,000 in Chi-Town, Chicago? Or when you go to Philly, did you even go to Philly? Did you check in with them people over there? What about New York, Big U? Did you go and check in over there? Did you read their check-in SOP? Did you follow the rules of their SOP check-in status guidelines? I don't know, y'all. Let's continue. This is crazy.
Atlanta, I check in. When I go places, I check in. And I don't think nobody is...
Hold on, Big U. I need to check the check-in for ATL. Because you said you check in ATL. We gotta ask the feds. Did Big U check in federales? We gotta check that. But y'all, let's continue.
Say, I know dudes right now from LA who are actual gang members who have been robbed for their jewelry. Who real killers. You just caught slipping. You know, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And you try your best not.
Whoa, y'all, wait a minute. Hey, guy, how are you? Wait, hold on. I mean, y'all, he's over here, y'all. He's a little slick little somebody. I mean, y'all, he's slicker than Vaseline and slicker than baby oil, but not the feds baby oil Vaseline, y'all. He ain't slicker than that. That's why he got the clink clink. Y'all, that's why the indictment is out. Let's wrap that back and see what he's saying. Cause y'all, he's a little sneaky somebody.
Time had Meek Mills signed to his label.
We in LA. When I go to Chicago, I respect Chicago wholeheartedly. I check in. When I go to Atlanta, I check in. When I go places, I check in. And I don't think nobody is safe. I know dudes right now.
He said he don't think nobody is safe. Oh my, y'all. Put a one in the chat if y'all ever heard of these check-in situations going on. I did not know that you had to check in. Because I've been traveling for like 30-something years and I never had to check in. The only place I had to check in was when I was going overseas, like, you know, Dubai. When I went to Czechoslovakia, I went to Paris. I had to check that passport in. But I ain't never had to go check in and be like, where's the check-in point at? I'm here. Yes, I am so-and-so. I'm here to check in into your city to get approval. Do I need an approval to go over here to the bathroom? Can I go over here to Rossi's? Can I get a check-in to go to Walmart? Can I get a pass, a hall pass? Y'all, I've never heard of this before. This is something new to me, but y'all, let's continue. Get the smash the like button, y'all. This is Waka Flocka Flame crazy, y'all. Smash the like button, y'all.
Now from LA who are actual gang members who have been robbed for their jewelry. Who real killers. You just caught slipping. You know, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You try your best not to be slipping. And if you have the means not to, why do it?
The paperwork would also claim that rapper PnB Rock was warned by Big U that he could be robbed for not checking in.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Oh my goodness, foul on the play. So PnB Rock didn't check in with Big U? Is that why Big U sent his goons over there to the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle? I've been to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle over there in LA. I've been there. I ain't never checked in with nobody when I got off the plane. I ain't never checked in. I never checked in with nobody, but I went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and I ain't had no problem. But then again, I wasn't all in no, silver, gold, I wasn't diamond out or anything like that. We do Temu over here. But the $3.99 special, right? You want these for $3.99? Even if you want to steal them, I even give you my coupon. You know they do the coupon on Temu? You can get them for 99 cents thereafter, right? I'm telling you, I've been to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with no problem. I've been to LA, didn't have to check in with nobody. But they're doing this to people who have a lot of money, right? I mean, this is crazy, y'all. The check-in SOP is off the chain, y'all. Let's continue. This is what happened over here to PnB Rock. PnB didn't check in with Big U. Is that why Big U got his goons to do what they did to him? Because they went and they did what they did. But y'all, let's continue.
Instructed, if he gave up the items, Big U will be able to retrieve them.
So
wish I could have just told him, like, bro, just give up the jury and we get it back to you later. But it just happened so fast and he wasn't corroborating. And that's when they took it off of him by force. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, wait a minute. They took off the jewelry by force. All he had to do is give it to him. Was this a whole setup? Because y'all know Big U and Luce Cannon, Loose Lips Sing Ships was in the Chicken and Waffles when all of this went down. Was those goons, were they sent by Big U and Loose Cannon to do the dirty work to rob PnB? Because PnB Rock did not check in according to Big U's SOP, the check-in SOP? Huh? Y'all, I'm telling you, them charges is coming.
About 1:15 p.m., Southeast Patrol officers responded to the 100 block of Manchester Avenue for a robbery that just occurred. When they arrived, they found a male suffering gunshot wounds.
And y'all, this is what they were saying. Y'all remember? They were saying, well, you know, PnB Rock's girlfriend or fiance, wife, whatever she was, you know, she put something on her social media, this, that, and that. No, this was not that was not the case. And the feds already got that intel. This little boy that did this and the daddy, that was a whole setup that was sent by Big U and Luce Cannon allegedly. This is what they are saying, y'all. That's why there's going to be an indictment on PnB Rock with Luce Cannon and with Big U, right? They are coming with another indictment on these two jokers for doing this. They were there. They watched everything go down. They wanted to get his jury. And now that they're saying, you know, the indictment is coming down, y'all, the feds is busy, y'all. They are doing a whole spring cleanup, y'all. Let's continue.
And that male was then transported to the hospital.
I'm listening to him break down how him and Big U was sitting in the same Roscoe's when PnB Rock got his TV turned off. You telling me
wow, they were sitting in the same restaurant. They were sitting back, watching, waiting, because they were upset that PnB Rock did not check in. Big U said that he violated the check-in SOP. So we are going to go get PnB Rock. He don't come to LA disrespecting the SOP, right? He don't come to LA disrespecting the LA SOP, the check-in SOP. But that's okay because the feds are going to do a checkup on Big U's SOP and how it's written and if anything was missing, because the feds, they have a check-in SOP too, and that one supersedes the SOP that Big U has. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
coincidental that Big U and Luce Cannon just so happened to be sitting in that Roscoe's when PnB Rock got murdered?
But the most horrific story to be highlighted in this indictment would come from an unknown rapper on Unique's music roster that would never get a chance to shine, whose story would share eerie similarities to that of the late great Nipsey Hussle. This young rapper will be described in the paperwork with the initials RW, which would stand for Rashawn Williams.
And I think this is, let me see, this is the little boy. This is the little boy that has something to do with the situation, I believe. Remember, he was in high school. He's 6'3". He was, I think like 16, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. How are you, let's turn the camera. How are you going to get this little boy to do this and his dad? Y'all, these jokers were running a whole enterprise. That's why the feds, they did a whole, y'all, the paddy wagon, the federal paddy wagon squad, the paddy wagon roundup squad was busy last week, y'all. They went and did a whole 22 people, a whole roundup, y'all. The feds is not playing. The paddy wagon is back in business, y'all. Let's continue, y'all.
The story would sound like it came straight from a mafia movie. Rashawn Williams, a 21-year-old whose relationship with Henley go back to his early youth, where he was reportedly a product of Henley's Youth Football League that Big U birthed out of his development options charity.
Okay, I think this is, I'm sorry, not that guy, was 21. I think this one right here, I believe, this one is the one that he's they're about to talk about that allegedly he unalived. I believe this is his son's friend, because y'all, they're saying that, Big U unalived this boy. They're saying that Big U got some kind of tip saying that this boy was writing a diss track on Big U, and then y'all, they are saying Big U, he took the situations into his own hand and murdered this boy. I believe this is this boy right here. But y'all, let's continue. This is supposed to be his son. If this is the right one, this is his son's friend that was living with him. Y'all, could y'all imagine? Oh my goodness. Could y'all imagine if y'all were single women, single parents? I'm not sure what his mother's, stat, was she single or what, but could y'all imagine being a mother and letting your son go stay with somebody who y'all think is great? Oh, he's out here, trying to be a good community leader. And the next thing you know, he's the one that was, alleged to be unalived your son. That is heart-wrenching, y'all. And then, y'all, this is crazy. Let's continue, because I don't want to say too much. Let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
Who attended Crenshaw High and was reportedly friends with Big U's son, Dayon Henley, who is now a professional football player for the San Diego Chargers.
Wow. Y'all, this is crazy. I'm telling you, this is a whole lot of twists and a whole lot of turns. But guess what? The feds got it all under control. Let's continue.
It was stated that Williams was housed and funded by Henley, where he would attempt to develop Williams into a mainstream artist. Big U would award Williams studio time, and which was received reluctantly, which angered Big U. It would be in January 2021 where the relationship would take a dark turn, when a studio session, RW allegedly drafted a diss track toward Big U in which he would use the studio time to record.
And y'all, they're saying that the diss track never even existed. So why did he really take, the law into his own hands and unalive this boy? He powed him and then throwed him in a little ditch. Why did he really do this? Why did he really do this? Did this boy get smart with him? Because they said there was no diss track. This is what he was saying. And this is what these little narcissistic jokers do. They will put out a narrative lie just to, suit their narrative on what they want to say about you as a person. Y'all, let's continue. This is sickening.
This story sounds very similar to Nipsey Hussle's story, where he seemingly recorded a diss track.
And y'all, so, okay, let's just roll it back. So allegedly, they're saying the feds is going to get them on PnB Rock, on Nipsey Hussle, and the 21 or 22-year-old, his Big U son's best friend for all these unalivings. He did the unaliving of his son's friend by himself, but he had his goons to go and get Nipsey and PnB Rock. Y'all, this is crazy, y'all. Is the feds gonna be checking Big U's SOP for the check-in status? Are they gonna review and cancel that SOP out? I believe so. But y'all, let's continue.
Toward Henley, which the streets would say turned their situation upside down. In RW's song, he would state that Big U was the bro that makes the money, and that for this track, he himself could be shot in the face with a 38
wow.
for thinking shit is sweet. But Rashawn's diss track would never see the light of day. The indictment would state that Williams agitated Henley so much that he would immediately drive from LA to Vegas at a moment's notice to confront RW for numerous reasons.
Wow. So Big U hurried up and went from LA to Vegas to try to go and confront this little boy. I'm going to say little boy because that's old enough that's his son's friend. He went all the way LA, all the way to Vegas to confront his son's friend about a diss track. And then there is no even diss track and this boy's unalived. Where's the diss track at? There's no diss track. Nobody ever found a diss track. But y'all, let's continue. I'm telling you, these jokers is something.
At the studio, one of the first moves he would make, according to the paperwork, is remove all surveillance at the studio and the recording equipment used to record the diss track. He would then go to meet up with Williams at an Airbnb he booked for him using someone else's account. This would be the last time anyone would see Williams alive, as he would be found the morning of January 25th, 2021. Williams would be found dead in a ditch located near the Las Vegas 15 freeway with a gunshot to the face, which feds say.
Wow, a pow pow to the face, y'all. Let's get the like button up. Let's take a few moments to get the like button up for this 21 or 22-year-old young gentleman that lost his life due to Big U saying that there is a diss track out there, and there never was. So what was the motive for him to, murder this boy? Y'all, let's get the likes up. Let's smash the like button. Put the hearts in the comment box, y'all. This boy's mom, I know she is probably like really devastated and shocked. The fact that Big U was supposed to be this great, awesome, mentor, come to find out he's a whole like savage, y'all. He's a savage. Let's get the likes up.
Was done with a 38.
Wow.
The family would state after this, Henley would immediately remove RW from all his social media. Rashawn's aunt would state that Henley, one who consistently called her once a week after this event, would never talk to her again.
Wow.
The family would not give up, giving the LVPD as much evidence as possible.
Wow. Hey, One Man Beat and TV, welcome. Y'all, I'm telling you, this situation right here, I'm telling you, y'all, because a lot of people were like, oh, no, not, Big U went to prison. Big U came back home. He was like, trying to be this advocate. He was trying to be this great person. And y'all, he was a whole savage in front of our eyes. Almost like the same thing with Diddy. Y'all, people was thinking that Diddy was, he's a millionaire. Oh, he's, dude making of the band, blah, blah. When Diddy was a whole savage, stealing people's money, unaliving people, allegedly, right? And then next thing you know, all this stuff comes out. I mean, y'all, he was doing the most on the coast. But y'all, let's continue.
This story would recently be moved forward by boxer / 60 member 600.
Big U didn't come to the funeral, didn't offer any type of assistance for the funeral, and he blocked you guys.
Now, does that not sound very suspicious? If you are a mentor for your son's friend, your friend, lives with you, and then he comes up unalive, right? He comes up unalive. You don't go to the funeral. You don't send no money, no help, or no nothing. And you're supposed to be like, this great, a mentor. You should have been the first thing smoking over there to that funeral home, right? You should have been the first one to the funeral home, to the police station, trying to figure out what happened to him, right? But he had something to do with it, y'all. I remember they even requested, they wanted to see up under them nails. They wanted to get a little bit of DNA, right? But y'all, he was trying to run. He was trying to, duck dodge. He was like, that's not in the SOP. That's not in the check on SOP, y'all federales. It's not in the SOP. What do y'all want what y'all want my DNA for? Y'all, this man is crazy. Y'all, let's continue.
I'm just wondering whatever happened to this case. So let's just read through the case. Police. Homicide suspected.
Jazzy says nightmare on Diddy Street. Yes, and it is, Jazzy. It's very suspicious. It's very suspicious how this little boy came up unalive. Big U said, oh, he wrote a diss song about me, and nobody could find the diss song. Was this just a lie? Of course, a narrative just to, cover up something else? I believe so.
After body found in desert near Apex. Okay. North Las Vegas police are investigating a homicide after a body was found this week in a desert area just outside of the valley. Police said they got a call around 9 a.m. Monday about a person found lying in the area near Las Vegas.
Wow.
Las Vegas, Peterson Boulevard, about 4 miles northeast of Las Vegas Motor Speedway near Apex. On arrival, and found a body of a man. Officers arrived and found a body of a man between ages of 25 and 35 years old.
Wow.
Detectives and crime scene investigators responded, and the matter of death had been determined as a homicide. Clark County Coroner's Office identified the body as 21-year-old Rashawn Williams of Los Angeles. Williams died from gunshot wounds, according to the coroner's office.
So he had gunshot wounds. So he was, shot more than once. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm telling you, this Joker he was a savage. Y'all, he was a savage. I don't know who was worse, him or Diddy. Y'all, this is crazy.
Ruled a homicide. So, that's all that we heard about this thing. This was, 4 years ago. And I want to send a question to Big U. Aside from the allegations you got with the street stuff, the streets don't really hold no weight.
But as a man, and you say you for the community.
Yep.
And this young man was living with you.
Yeah,
I
mean, preach. Come on, preach, because that's what I'm saying. How are you going to? How is a young man, 21, 22, whatever, 25, how are they under your care? You're supposed to be providing them sometime like a mentoring. You're trying to, put positive things. And next thing you know, he comes up unalive. You ain't go to no funeral. Doesn't that like ring suspicious to you guys? If somebody's taking care of your child or they were living and then your child comes unalive and then you're like, well, where is the person? Where is Big U is? Where's Mr. Big U at? He should be here. He should be trying to, console me, trying to help me figure out what's going on. He ain't nowhere to be found. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is very, very suspicious, y'all.
You have no answers. You have tried to find no answers. The kid was living with you, man. He played football for Crenshaw High School. And, like, what do you got to say about this? Like, what's your input on it? How you feel about it? Because I've seen you go out and say, when the homies got killed, that if anybody got the information, to give it to you. You said this before, so why haven't you said this about the young man who was living with you at the time he got murdered?
Wow.
People sound like a big gangbanger. It kind of comes with the territory. Some things, you'll end up dead or in jail. But this situation right here was a little different.
WAC 100 would also be in contact with the family, keeping track of the progress. It was WAC who would be the first to discover the situation will come down to DNA, discovered under Williams' fingerprint.
Oh, so the DNA, y'all, they wanted the DNA. Oh my God, y'all, let's continue. I'm telling you, this story has so many twists and turns to it. That's why the feds put the night lights out on Big U and said, come on, Big U, come on, we got a bed over here. We got a bed for you. We got a place for you, just like they had for Diddy.
When did the test come back? When did the DNA come back?
It came back 2 months ago.
And this is the young man, the guy, the 20 whatever he was, Big U's, the one he unalived allegedly. This is his mom talking to WAC 100.
Well, they told me between me and you, please, between me and you, don't tell nobody because they don't want nobody to know. They're going to be making an arrest the ending of March, the beginning of April.
Bam. And when they say this, y'all know the feds, they be coming like a thief in the night, do they not? The feds be coming like a thief in the night. They do not play. Like some people have the feds very, very under calculated, right? They are not like, they are really underestimating the feds' work, right? Because the feds move in a meticulous way. They said the feds been watching him for like 4 years. For 4 years. The feds, there's one thing they do, they look. They look and they lurk. They ear hustle. They pulling all kind of surveillance. They're not going to go and execute. Oh, Billy Bob, he stole a TV today. Let's go arrest him. No, absolutely not. The Fed's going to be like, no, let's let him steal about 40, 50 more TVs, about 100 more TVs. They continue to let it build up because when they got you, they already know that they already have 98% of all the evidence proof needed to prosecute you in the federal courts. There's no way you're going to get out. If the feds arrest you, clink, 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 you might as well hang it up. You might as well just go ahead and start, handling your business, telling everybody, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm about to be going in the shackles. The only place you're going to see me from now on after this, after 10 days from now, when I turn myself in or when they come and get me is in the federal prison, whenever they have their scheduled meeting, right? Because there's no way that they are going to allow them or this to slip under the radar because they've been watching. They've been looking and lurking, getting all the surveillance. Celebrity says, yep, and it's game over. Yes, celebrity scandalous, game over. But let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes up.
Got you. I'm gonna sit back and watch the show.
And they basically gonna put his case and Nipsey Hussle case together. The same person that...
See, I told y'all, did y'all hear what his mama said? They're gonna put his case, her son's case, and Nipsey Hussle's together. And hold up, ma'am. Hold up, mama. They got one more person. Don't forget PnB Rock. PnB Rock is coming too. Today, all this is coming to an indictment near you at the federal courthouse. They are going to throw this in there. Watch. It's coming. It's coming. They are indicting him on all of those three. Watch. He is not going to see the light of day. He's going to only see through the prison window, maybe.
The DNA the lawyer for Nipsey Hussle is going to be doing my brother's case too.
You mean the DA?
Yeah. Yeah.
District Attorney. Oh, okay.
This story will be one.
Hey, BC, welcome. I'm telling you, y'all, the feds is not playing. I'm just saying, like, people really are underestimating the feds and what they're doing. But y'all, I'm telling you, y'all need a job. Y'all go to the FBI.gov right now because y'all, I'm telling you, the block is hot. The FBI is very busy. They are very, very busy, y'all. They gonna need some agents because I'm telling you, they got the roundup with them Big U and them 11 people over there in LA. They get over there. They got the Yellow Beezies over there in Dallas. They got the Yo Gotti coming to a courtroom near you too. I'm telling you, it's going down. The feds are busy. They are tired. They're like, we are putting the night lights out. We're doing spring cleaning. Isn't it about to be April? Springtime, March, April? Yeah, spring is here. Spring is here, and the feds are aware of the spring cleaning. I'm telling you, they got the dustpans, they got the mops. I mean, the Fresh Pine Sol mop water. They are sweeping up and cleaning up them streets, y'all. I'm just saying. Let's continue, y'all.
The main highlights that would shake the internet, portraying Henley as a mob figure participating in robbery, extortion, and executing mob-like murders. The feds would take to the media to mark Henley as the head of a RICO organization and the main target of Operation Drawdown.
Look at Operation Drawdown. Did y'all see how many people was on that operation? Hold up. Let me wrap it back. These not look at how many people. Look, they got all these peoples. They got all of them, y'all, in custody. Hey, on Blast TV Network, how are you? Welcome. They's not playing. Jazzy says it's a new administration, etc. So they not sleeping like Sleepy Joe. They working overtime. Absolutely. Celebrity Scandalous says springtime is here. Oh, absolutely. It is spring cleanup, y'all. It is spring cleanup in March, y'all. I'm telling you, they is not playing. And see, he was the last one, but they put it. They told him, homeboy, you better go say your last words. Go ahead and say your last words and bring yourself over here to the federal building because you are going over there in cell block 2, OVO. Okay, we are going to give you a nice place to stay tonight because you know your SOP has violated the federal law. Y'all, let's continue.
Operation Drawdown, playing off of one of Big U's monikers, Draws. This would also mark Draws as a fugitive, stating that most of the culprits named in the RICO investigation were already apprehended.
No, other than he's a fugitive and he's being sought by law enforcement, and we're obviously looking for him as we would any fugitive who's engaged in the type of conduct that's alleged here.
The moment Big U's indictment was announced, an artist went.
And y'all, they played it earlier, but y'all, this girl is one of the victims of Big U. Y'all, she said that, allegedly Big U was beating her up while she was pregnant. Y'all, could y'all imagine being beat up by, I think Big U, I think they say he's like 6'5". Can y'all imagine being beat up by a 6'5", big old thick husky joker? I mean, come on now. While she was pregnant, y'all, this is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Once connected to his label, quickly began to speak.
He's a monster, and everything that he's getting right now, he definitely deserves it.
Wow.
He jumped on me. He lured me over to Nipsey Hussle's shop. He jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me up, made me go to another part of the neighborhood. I got jumped by 3 girls. I still have a scar on my back.
Oh my God, y'all. He didn't send her around the corner over there on Martin Luther the King to go get beat up by 3 other homegirls. Y'all, while she was pregnant? Y'all, this is crazy. Oh my, y'all, I'm telling you, the evidence. The feds already got it. I'm telling you, this is crazy, y'all. They took her to the Martin Luther King and put three sister girls on her from the hood. I mean, I don't know what hood it was, but they put 3 sister girls on her, and she said she still got the music. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. Let's continue.
From that incident, he lied on me. He extorted me. He threatened people not to work with me.
Wow. Hey, Ping, how are you? Y'all, he extorted her. Y'all, I believe this girl right here, she was even trying to help him, trying to give him the hookup. Ooh, holla if you hear me. Isn't that the song, what's his name? What's his name? I forget. But anyway, you know that song, Master P. I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. That's what she was trying to do. She was trying to give, yes, Jazzy, Master P. Yes, Ty, Master P. Look, and I just, we just, my baby Jamil, his friend works for Master P. We just seen them in Louisiana. But anyway, y'all, this girl right here, she was trying to get him the hookup. She was working at a radio station. When she was working at the radio station, she said, oh, Big U, yeah, we got this, we got this program, blah, blah. She was trying to hook him up, trying to get him into doing business stuff with her job as a corporate position at the radio station. She was trying to help the brother out, and he was, y'all, he was snap, crackling, and popping. He was acting a fool. Oh, BC, thank you. BC says, thank you, the lounge. Thank you, BC, for that super chat. Thank you so much. And y'all can support the channel. Just hit the like button, y'all. But we gonna continue, because y'all, Big U was a whole demonic entity. Was he a whole demonic entity in the outfield? Not an angel in the outfield, but a whole demonic entity in the outfield, y'all. I believe so, y'all. Let's continue.
He did a lot. He did a whole lot, and it wasn't just a singular thing he did. He did this throughout the years with me, with events, with people, with situations. He's just a monster. He's a bully, and he deserves to be in jail. He should have been in jail a long time ago.
Oh, she said he deserved to be in jail a long time ago. Oh my God. Hey, Laura Lee, how are you? Nana Garcia says, what about Pop Smoke? We counting. Look, we counting, because y'all, the feds is like, there's a whole lot of bodies that is, all of a sudden, disappearing off the face of the earth. And some of these people, the people are not accounted for, or maybe the wrong people have been accounted for. Y'all, like Yellow Beezy, right? It's almost 5 years since he was walking, since the situation. He's been walking for 5 years as a free man. And while the 22-year-old and the other little boy that, did the murders have been, locked up with the feds, right? So now the feds is, they doing spring cleanup. The feds is like, there's some bodies. We got some bodies over here to the left. We got some bodies up north, down south, on the East Coast. Y'all, we got the bodies, in the Midwest. We got bodies everywhere, from Chicago, from LA, ATL. We got all these bodies, and misappropriating on the arrest. Y'all, the feds is watching, they're looking and lurking, and they are cleaning the streets up. I'm telling you guys, the feds is not playing with these people, and they're handing out these RICO cases like it's hot candy, right? Like it's, oh, here you get a RICO, here you get a RICO, and they are putting all this on RICO because these people are running like enterprises. They're running whole businesses, whole operations. They got their goons and their people in place. Y'all, I ain't never heard of a check-in roster. I wish somebody would try to make me sign in. I'll be 1-800 FBI Damon. Oh, Damon's not there no more. Okay, give me the next supervisor in charge. I will call the FBI. I believe some of them people was. Some of the people called the FBI because they was like, I'm tired of having to get my chain stolen. I'm tired of going to LA and have to check in with Big U. Who he think he is? He's a whole criminal. First of all, he got a record. He making us check in over here in LA and taking our necklaces and our chains and stuff like that, taking our Temu bracelets, and we could have gave him the $1.99 special on the coupon that we had. And they over here, is this SOP valid? The feds, is it validated? Okay. I'm telling you, some of them people was probably calling and saying they are doing this to us. Don't think that, snitches get stitches, but they were probably like, I want to remain anonymous. I want to please. I just know that, they stole my chain. They do this, all this. LA is, I'm telling you, it's going crazy because they were extorting all kind of people. I mean, basketball players, actors, actresses, all kind of people taking their chains, robbing them. And that's what they said happened to PnB Rock. PnB Rock didn't check in. PnB is like, I'm not checking in nowhere. Last time I checked, I buy a plane ticket, I go wherever I want to. The travel laws in the states don't say you have to check into every airport that you land in, every city. It doesn't. PnB Rock, was, I believe he was doing what he normally should, right? He don't got to check in with nobody. Hold on. Big U don't own California. Let me check. Let me see. I'm telling you, these people were doing the most on the coast, and the feds is not playing. But y'all, I'm telling you, this is a whole cleanup. They're not playing. They are not playing at all with nobody, right? The feds are not playing with nobody. They are giving out these RICOs. They're throwing them out there. They are arresting. The paddy wagon is hot and popping. And, the feds, they're really busy right about now, man. We need to probably go ahead and try to give them maybe some donuts or coffee to keep them. But I'm telling you, they are very, very busy. But y'all, let's continue.
Interviews about Big U. An old interview that's currently resurfacing with Tasha K and a new interview with TMZ that released yesterday. Both interviews are dynamic and we learned a lot. And she put a lot of accusations on Big U. We'll discuss the Tasha K interview first. Now, after this Tasha K interview, it went viral. A lot of people was looking at Big U a certain way. Now, after the interview, a few months went by and Big U and SKG actually had an altercation and a run-in in LA. And that run-in led to SKG getting arrested.
That's in the movie.
That's in the movie.
Yeah.
First of all, real quick, how did you even get affiliated with gang culture? Now, I know it's kind of like LA's culture, but what age did you join the gang?
So I come from a generational family of gang members. My brother was from 60. My uncle was from 60. My grandmother lived in the 60s all our life. So it was just kind of like a generational thing. Okay. Wherever your grandmother lived, that's basically where you're from.
She grew up with Nipsey, loved Nipsey. Her and Nipsey was really close and really cool. She even played a role in Nipsey Hussle's career in helping him out in terms of the logistics, in terms of, certain things like, the administration process. But her and Nipsey relationship...
And she was really cool with Nipsey Hussle, but when Big U came into the whole picture, y'all, that's when things went sour. But y'all, let's continue.
Relationship took a hit. And the person who put a rift between her and Nipsey Hussle was Big U.
You and I have had some past conversations. Nipsey, y'all grew up around the same area?
Yeah, me and Nipsey, we're from the same area.
Did you guys ever, build a relationship? How was that?
Yeah, so... Nipsey came around me in 07, 08 when he was first coming out and he was working his projects, his mixtapes and albums and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I was working at a radio station in LA called 93.5 K-Day. And I was working under Roy Laughlin and a guy named Michael Durbin. So me and Nipsey being from the same neighborhood, I wanted to help him. So I had him come up to the radio station and talk the owners into playing his music on the radio. And
see, I think she was a cool friend. You have those friends that's cool. They try to help you out. They try to look out for you. They look out for the cookout. They be like, yeah, let me call my manager and see if we can, play your music on the radio. Maybe you'll start getting some hits. Maybe, people can start, listening, hearing, see if they like you, what, blah, blah, blah. But at least I'm going to try to help you I'm going to help put you on, right? I mean, you have good people like that. Some of your friends, you got some really cool people, but now some are your haters. And Big U was a hater. But y'all, let's continue.
Okay, so it was all positive.
No. Nipsey...
Come on, get it out. Look, tell the truth, shame the devil, baby. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Let's continue.
Just being me and Nipsey without outside influences, it would have stayed positive.
Here's where things went left. So she's from 60, so she has a relationship with Nipsey and Big U, more so with Nipsey. but she has a corporate job at the time. And I've seen this happen way too many times, where somebody who's from the streets, from a particular environment, they get a corporate job and they try to bring that environment inside their corporate job. And that is essentially what effed her over. So she's having a corporate job. She's high up in an organization within LA. Now, that organization wants to do something for the city of LA. So she brings in Nipsey Hussle and Big U to help with that. But then things go horribly wrong.
Yes, and sometimes y'all, I'm telling you, when you have good people, right? At least she's trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Say, hey, this could be a possibly good thing. Let me try to get you guys on, blah blah blah. And then here you go, you got the undercover hater. I'm saying Big U allegedly, and then he's the one that really blows up the whole thing and screws everything up, screws up the relationship between her and Nipsey and everything. But y'all, let's continue. Let's get the likes up. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get over 100 likes.
But it went horribly wrong in a fashion that you would expect if you read the Big U racketeering charge.
So what happened, I guess, between you and Nipsey that caused, I guess, your relationship to go from a positive one to you pushing this music to a negative one?
So Nipsey at the time was working with Big U. And so we were all working together. And I bought Big U and Nipsey and everybody up to K-Day. Like I said, I was on a salary job, so I was in charge of large accounts. I was in charge of putting large projects together.
Okay.
And I put this event together called the Dream House. And what the Dream House is, little kids will write down, when I grow up, I dream to be a firefighter. And then we put their dreams all over the walls of the house, and we was going to turn it into a community center. So we had Albertsons agree to put up $250,000.
This story is heartbreaking. My heart goes out to her. But we still got to be real here and hold people accountable. She has to take responsibility. She has to take culpability.
I mean, facts, right? Because she was in a corporate job and she's trying to bring them in. And we know that, they're street boys. I mean, let's just be for real. Like you said, you do have to take accountability for your actions. But y'all, let's continue.
Ability, bro. Because get this. Her corporate job is going to put her in charge of a $250,000 project. Somebody else, a part of corporate, is going to match the $250,000. So it's a $500,000 project that she's in charge of. And the first thing she thought of when she was given a $500,000 project was to bring somebody from her hood. Bring them in on the project and give them the money to run the project. And that person she thought of was Big U. More specifically, she wanted to assign the $500,000 project to Big U's company, Development Option. This is the same company that the feds called an absolute scam in the RICO. This is the same company that the feds, according to the paperwork, not Flacco, the paperwork, the police said that Big U transferred money all the time from Development Options to his personal account.
Wow, they even said, you guys, even Big U was like, oh, I got the PPP loans, but I got that legally and I did the right thing to get the PPP or whatever. He was already fraud then. They put those PPP loans out there to see if people was going to bite on them. Some people took those PPP loans and was buying cars, Lamborghinis, houses, partying, taking vacations, doing everything under the sun except for applying that money to the business that they applied, up under for, right? They were doing everything, y'all. They was on vacations, y'all. They was like, oh, Spirit, we ain't taking Spirit, y'all. Can we get American Airlines? Oh, can we get the UAE Emirates? We need to go to Dubai. We're gonna take the UAE Emirates. We is going first class, y'all, right? They were doing the most on the coast with those PPP loans. They even still prosecuting people with the PPP loans still to this day. But y'all, let's continue.
It's even alleged that when Big U got a $100,000 donation from NBA players in 2019, That entire 100,000 went to.
Yeah, hold on. Celebrity says, yeah, bad move on his part. Yes, exactly. Wait, bad move on her part. Yes, on her part, and then his part for trying to scam these people out of their money. D-Dot says scamming people by the pound. Yes, y'all, they said Big U, he was pulling them dollar bills. But y'all, let's continue.
The Big U's personal account. So, according to the feds, not Flacco, bro. Hey, don't blame me, okay? So, this company is the company she wanted to risk her corporate job for and give $500,000 to.
So my boss, Roy Laughlin, at the time was showing me how to.
Oh, Sarah, there goes D-Dot. D-Dot, Sarah was looking for you. You was MIA. We almost had to put you on the milk cart, huh, Sarah? Let's continue, y'all.
Structure everything because he was gonna match money. I bought in Nipsey, I bought in Big U to be a part of the project, and Big U was having his organization at the time. So I told them that, we were gonna put the money first into Big U's organization.
Gene, yes, this is crazy. Yes, I did hear about the he put on Nipsey. I'm telling you, this is crazy. That's what I'm saying. The feds, they go PnB Rock, Nipsey Hussle, and Nipsey, PnB, and the little boy. I'm telling you, the feds already got them indictments. I mean, they look typing up at a courtroom near you, y'all. Let's continue.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking back. I'm just imagining like what was going through the minds of like Big U. Bruh, a $500,000 lick like that just coming in your hands is too easy.
Look, Big U, all I see is the dollar signs. I mean, Big U, all he was doing is seeing them dollar signs. Like calculate, you know how Medea hit that calculator? She was like, well, how much is this? Added up to, that's what Big U seen. Big U only seen them dollar signs. He was like, oh, 500,000. Oh my goodness, 250. You pay 250. You pay. Y'all, Big U was about them dollars. Let's just be for real, y'all. Let's be for real.
See, baby. Man, listen, man, that would have probably fed the streets for like a decade, man.
For real.
Right, get all the Gucci belts, Mary denims off, bro. The hood would have had a ball with that 500,000, man.
Facts.
But fortunately for her, in her position and her employment, she's seen the light. Before she could transfer over the $500,000 to development options, she's seen the light and wanted to change her plans. But if you read the RICO, trying to take $500,000 or $250 out of Big U's hand is not an easy task, all right? But so she wanted to change plans, but Big U didn't go down without a fight. And that led to Big U actually coming to her job and embarrassing her and raising hell.
Whoa! Big U was like, oh, you got this $500 over here and you laid it on the table? Excuse me. I need to talk to this heifer over here, because she's over here trying to let some money slip through my hands. We got a problem. Y'all, let's continue. This is crazy.
Into it, we start having conflicts. We decided in the middle of the conflicts that we wasn't going to work together anymore.
Okay.
So with that being said, I was moving that money to another organization. When he found out I was moving the money to another organization, he came into the meeting that I had at my job and disrupted the whole meeting, threatened me in the meeting, disrespected me in the meeting.
Y'all, do y'all hear what she just said? He busted in the meeting, disrespected her in the meeting. Y'all, oh my God, y'all Big U was not to be played with. He went, y'all, can y'all imagine? We already know that, people be acting crazy in some meetings, right? But can y'all imagine somebody that is supposed to be working with you business-wise busted in a meeting, disrespecting you and doing all this stuff when you're trying to put him on? Y'all, that is the most embarrassing thing. I couldn't imagine how she feel. And then she was probably scared of him too. Like, oh my goodness, he already laid hands. He had people beat me up. I got beat up when I was pregnant by him. He slapped, crackle, and popped me. Him and his 3 girls over there on Martin Luther King Street. Y'all, I'm telling you, she was probably scared. I can imagine, y'all. Let's continue.
Meeting. When he did that, my colleagues this is a corporate establishment. It's not a hood environment. It's not a trap house. This is my job, my salary job, and I brought you to the table.
But let's be for real. Let's be for real. Now, she done bought the hood to her job. I mean, let's be clear. Let's be fair, right? Because you already knew what type of time Big U was on. Now, you knew in the back of your head when you offered him this little deal that something, at one point, can go sour, right? So you should have known in the back of your head, like, we dealing with Big U, he don't play about them dollars. Them dollars better be delivered or he gonna cut up, right? He gonna act a whole donkey in half. He didn't care who he was in front of. He was in front of her people over there. I mean, with this corporate job, y'all, I would have been like cringing. I would have been, oh my God, y'all, I gotta go to the bathroom. Y'all, I would have been scared. I wouldn't even know what to say if something happened like that to me. Y'all, that is crazy. But y'all, let's continue.
But you're coming in here and you're trying to bogart and knock me out the way when I brought you in.
That's the frustrating part about all of this. You can acknowledge it's a corporate environment. It's not an environment for the homies, the partners, the brothers, the cousins.
Exactly. Like D-Dot said. D-Dot said her nose looks fake, y'all. But D-Dot said, yep, her hands was in the cookie jar. Yes, she was straddling the fence. Y'all, there's no way, y'all, there's no way. That's like when people make it out the hood. I wasn't raised in the hood or anything like that, and I'm not taking nothing from nobody who has been, right? But if I was raised in the hood and I got out of there, I would not be trying to go back and pull people that I know are savages to come to my corporate job and cut up when I know there's a possibility, right? The common denominator is Big U, right? You know that he's good for cutting up, right? I mean, a whole savage in the streets. You don't think he was? I mean, she should have thought he's a savage in the streets. Coming to my job ain't nothing to him. She should have never pulled him and offered him that position. Now, Nipsey, okay, maybe because they were friends, they were cool. But when she bought the third, Big U, she should have left him out there in the streets on Martin Luther the King. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
This is not that. This is an environment to work with very serious people. And you thought it was a good idea to involve your gang members, homies, with a corporate project worth up to $500,000? Now, I don't know if you just had, you just the most optimistic person in the world and had the best faith, but I feel like Ray Charles could have probably seen
exactly
that this was going to end very badly.
Exactly.
So in the meeting, he did all that, and I closed out the meeting, and my colleagues rode with me, and he seen that. So I didn't talk to him anymore. A couple of days passed, or not even a couple of days, like a week passed, and Nipsey's calling me. He's like, sis, where you at? Where you at, sis? I need the posters. I wasn't going over to the neighborhood, to the 6Os, because I was really busy, and I'm like, Nip, I'm going to come, but I can't come right now. He has Sloss and T's shop on Slauson and Crenshaw at the time, so he's like, all right, I need the posters.
This is where things go really dark and get really bad. So I do have to give a disclaimer because Nipsey is no longer here with us. She would claim that Nipsey Hussle have always denied that he had any play in any wrongdoing that was ever done to her. So Nipsey Hussle has always denied the accusation that he was involved or he was a culprit with Big U. So I want to put that out there before we continue the story. SKG would make the claim that Nipsey Hussle and Big U were in cahoots, and Nipsey Hussle lured her to Sloss and T's. And when she got to Sloss and T's, she had a very eerie and bad feeling about her being there, almost from the very beginning. And when she got there, Nipsey was there, and Nipsey homies Fat was there. And then almost instantly, her routine visit to Sloss and T's turned really, really, really bad.
This went on for probably like 5 days. So this one particular day, he called me. He was like, sis, come through. But he was very persistent. But I'm thinking it's just for the posters.
Y'all, whenever y'all get those type of calls talking about sis come through, and you very persistent, y'all, I would have been like, okay, I'm coming. Y'all, I probably will go and run and duck for cover, hide, whatever, because if you know what type of time this Big U was on, you already knew if he was persistent, stern, talking crazy, you on the phone, you already know what time it was. If he said to meet me somewhere, you already know it was about to be some HE double hockey sticks in the situation going to happen to you if you showed up wherever. If he said, hey, meet me over here at the Walmart parking lot, you already knew what's going to go down, right? I mean, that's crazy. D-Dot said people say certain things to stay out of the loop. But you know what, you guys, like I said, she should have never invited that them in there anyway. Even though she was looking out for Nipsey, she was really cool with Nipsey. Then she brought Big U in, and then the whole thing just blew up. It was just a crazy situation. Y'all, sometimes it's good to be out of, the hood, even though you want to go back and help or whatever. But maybe reach out to a different foundation that does things with kids too, or whatever the case may be, but not include people that from your neighborhood, right? That is going to be savages, going to embarrass you, going to come out and crash out on your job, embarrassing you when you even put them on. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
So I pull up, walk in, him and Fats is behind the counter. And I'm like, what's up, bro? And I'm talking to him. And as I'm talking to him, I get this eerie feeling. And then I hear a slam, clack, clack. And I realized I was set up. And so...
What do you mean a slam, clack, clack?
The door slammed.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
And
y'all already know what that means. Y'all, the block is hot, and something is not gonna be too kosher whenever you gonna be addressing. I'm just saying, y'all. Let's continue, y'all. She could have prevented this whole situation if she never would have involved them. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
When I turned around, Big U was there and another guy, and he just slapped me.
Whoa!
And
he slapped Crackle and popped her. Y'all, this is crazy. And he's a bit, I don't know how tall she is, but Big U he's a big dude, y'all. He is a big dude. But y'all, let's continue.
I grabbed my face and I'm like, what you slapped me for? And he was like, gonna embarrass me in the meeting. And then he just jumped on me. And
this is especially disturbing to even listen to and hear.
Yeah.
Now, Big U was never charged for this. But when you hear this story, man, and you watch her reaction as she describes it, as she talks about it, it's like she still relives it.
D-Dot, you crazy. D-Dot say he gave her the 5-finger pimp slap with powder. But y'all, did she not put a 1 in the chat if y'all would have been like, okay, I'm leaving the hood. I got a corporate job. I'm not reaching back out to nobody. Only my mama, my grandma, my family or whatever. And not to say, okay, can y'all want to get a hookup? No, only to say, hey, I'm coming to visit. Hey, how y'all doing or something. Not to try to give them the homie a hookup, right? With these situations. I would not have ever reach back over there in the hood where I came out of, trying to make a better life, getting away from all of that la-di-di. I would have moved to a whole new neighborhood, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all, they would have been like, what happened over there too loud? She acting like she's all bougie and stuff. Yep, call it bougie, call it whatever you want, but I'm not over there with the shenanigans. I don't got to listen to all that, craziness, probably cussing, fussing, acting a fool. I don't want to be involved in none of that no more. I live that life. I want to get away from it. But y'all, let's continue.
Like, you can see the trauma on her face. Now, this story is like especially disturbing due to the circumstances. She was pregnant at the time. She was at her job. This wasn't a situation where
was her baby daddy or husband at? I mean, maybe she could have called him and he would have probably got a pimp slap too, right? With the powder too. He maybe Big U was probably like handing out slaps that day. I don't know, but I would have not have made those connections. I'm sorry, I just would not.
Her and Big U was at the job, and and she undermined him. No, like this was her job. This was her project. She wanted to bring certain people in. It didn't work out. She wanted to transfer it to keep her job in. And in an attempt to do the right thing, this happened to her. This is just disturbing.
And I looked at Nipsey and him and Fast just put their head down. And I just was like, you set me up, like I trusted you. And you set me up, had me walk into this spot for this man to beat on me, and I'm pregnant.
Well, you know, she really kind of, you know, brought it on herself in a way, really. Let's just be honest. Like he said, you know, we have to be accountable for our own actions. I didn't went from Martin Luther King Boulevard all the way to Sunset Boulevard. I'm not reaching back over there to Martin Luther King to go out there and try to hand out some helper tools, some possible money ventures or anything to do with anybody from Martin Luther King Street, right? Absolutely. I'm on Sunset Boulevard. Y'all, I'll see y'all in about 2 or 3 years. You know, let me know. Hey, holler if you hear me. But I'm not gonna go back over there. I'm not stirring no pot over there because I came and made a move. I made a come up. I'm not going back over there. Absolutely not. I never wanted to even be there. But now that I came out of there, I should have just left over there alone and just, you know, found another organization or somebody else that, you know, could possibly use this program, you know, for a good cause, right? But y'all, let's continue.
How far? I'm sorry. I don't even want to. I get so mad about this hush.
Oh wow, this must have been really, really sad. I mean, y'all, the slapping, and probably like he seemed like he could be like a narcissist. Y'all know them narcissistic people. Y'all, they be all high side smiling, yeah, and then whole demonic entities. And then he's a big guy, and not only that, he has his goons. I mean, look what he did allegedly to, you know, had something to do with Nipsey. PnB Rock, and then the little boy, his son's friend. I mean, y'all, that's a lot going on. But I mean, like I said, she kind of brought it on herself. She should have never engaged in that conversation with them. She should have never even said, "Oh, I got a program, possibly, you know, that you could probably, help the people. I know you're doing good things." But no, he was not doing great things at all. He was putting that money in his pocket and then extorting other people that were coming in the city. I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy, right? But she was crying, so evidently it had like a big impact. It was like a big situation on her part. But like I said, you know, people have to learn. You know, we've noticed a lot of situations with people that make it out of the hood. They go back and then it's nothing nice. Sometimes people even lose their lives. I mean, look at, PnB Rock, you know, a couple of people, not PnB Rock, Young Dolph, you know, trying to go back, be great people, trying to, you know, give back. But sometimes you better go call the Uber, get them cookies delivered to the elementary school. Call the Uber or send somebody else to do it, because whenever they see you, people, there's haters, there are people who want to be you, they want to be like you, they want to have what you got, and they will do anything to take you out, right? But I'm just saying. But y'all, let's continue.
If that should have happened to me, what you should have did was go to the car, go get your shit. You know what I mean? You a Crip, right? Should have been no more burgers selling his own.
Burger stand shut down.
Yo, Eddie, he sat there and listened to that and didn't say, "What the fuck are you talking?" He actually thought about it. I'm like,
and for the record,
Black is convincing this nigga to crash out.
No, I mean,
if I can convince my enemies to crash out, that's great.
Bro, that's not convincing. That's reminding the person what the rules are when you sign up for this unauthorized.
Whack, you wouldn't do that.
What?
Whack, you're not doing that. Whack, you have kids, you're up millions of dollars. If someone had a okay, all right, and I hate to bring it up. Well, I hate to bring it up. The whole thing that happened when they claimed that Rolling Loud, some guy tried to step you over Nipsey. You didn't shut Rolling Loud down.
I was right there.
Hold on,
you were there?
The nigga ran.
All right, but you could have shut it down.
But what did he actually do to you?
He swung and missed and ran.
Okay.
Rick Rock told you that when we brought Rick Rock in here. Okay. Rick Rock was right there, right? If you go look at that episode, he said I was right there. Dude swung, missed, and ran. This is when I knew they hated me. Any nigga that swing, miss, and runs, you don't praise the nigga running.
He ran.
Oh no, they hit you. Well, that's why I don't like how you get my man Trap, because the reason why your name
playing games, we got to get like that because Trap gonna stay in his place.
Hold on.
We on the West Coast, bro. We are on the West Coast.
Right. The reason why your name jumped.
Yes, absolutely, Pain. We already know DJ Academics, he got some charges on him, right? Trying to, lure them little young gamers, asking them all kind of questions with his disgusting tail. I mean, y'all, these people are crazy. I mean, DJ Academics, he got some, got them people on his tail. But y'all, let's continue.
The reason why your name jumps off the page when people are looking through the indictment is like, they're like, oh, these niggas really, like, your name comes up so much in how much they hate you that's like newsworthy, right? Now, if you had a context to say Wack was lying.
You telling me, okay, well, listen, Big U was fucking his son, Jabari.
What?
Baby Huey's baby mama. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, swole up, foul on the play. Did he just say Big U was clapping his son's baby mama's cheeks? Y'all, is that what we heard from WAC 100? I mean, I cannot confirm or deny this being said by, WAC 100, but that's what he said. Whether it's true or not, y'all, that is crazy. That is bogus. That somebody, y'all, OMG, y'all, let's continue. Whoa, OMG.
Sentence. Hold on. And let me put a little more to it.
Y'all about to get a cease and desist.
No, we not, because we got the content. We're going to bring her out to work. Let me
put hold up. Does he have this on recording? Does he got the baby mama saying that, my baby daddy's dad was clapping my cheeks? Or do they have Big U saying, I was clapping my son's baby mama's cheeks? Whoa, I don't know, y'all. Let's continue. This is crazy.
And we're not
bringing that. You doing that?
Watch this.
Y'all in LA.
No, we bring her on.
When I leave, I'm leaving them all.
Check this out. Not only was he having sex with his baby mama, y'all ready for this? We're not talking about when she became the baby mama.
You gotta tell the story on Black.
He was also doing it when she was babysitting baby Huey.
Black, you let the story run.
Wait, y'all. Hold up. They got the, oh my goodness, they was his son's baby mama a whole Merry Christmas, a whole mermaid in disguise. Oh my God, y'all, this is crazy. I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny. We're just listening and seeing. Oh my goodness. D-Dot says, yep, WAC love to gossip. Yeah, I see. D-Dot. I don't never listen to him much. But I mean, with this stuff, with this Big U and this indictment last week, I've been listening to what he be saying. Now, we can't confirm everything WAC says now, but we listen. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is crazy, y'all. Smash the like button.
Big U's your man. Big U's your man.
Yo, Vlad, you know I like bets. You got a bet?
Oh, there go Vlad.
Hold on, Vlad. Would you let the story run?
I'm definitely not gonna bet. We got. Anybody got a bet? Trap?
I ain't done my homework.
On Vlad TV, no, I wouldn't run. Okay. See, and
now, let me see. WAC 100, y'all. He didn't it when Ray J? Remember when Diddy's boys was trying to get over there and surround Ray J? Diddy's boys was trying to surround Ray J, and then Ray J calls WAC 100, and then WAC 100 said, "What happened to Donut? Where was chocolate chip? Where was cheesecake at? Where was Snicker bars, snickerdoodles at?" Y'all, I was weak. I was like, no, he didn't talk about where's chocolate chip donut, where's honey bun at. Y'all, I was weak. I was like, oh my goodness, y'all, this is crazy. Y'all, they be having some nicknames, right? Y'all, they be having some nicknames. I'm telling you, it be crazy. I'm like, what kind of nickname is donut? Like, I mean, is it Krispy Kreme donut? Or is it a Haagen-Dazs? Dunkin' Donuts donut? Or what kind of donut is donut? What flavor? Chocolate chip, cream, the white cream chocolate pudding? Y'all, is crazy. It's crazy. But y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all. I just know that the feds is going to be indicting what's his name? The feds are going to be indicting Luce Cannon and what's his name? Big U on these charges with the 3 people that have been unalived. Nipsey Hussle, his son's best friend, and his son's friend, and then also with PnB Rock. So y'all, that's going to be coming to a court hearing, a court yard, federal building near you. Watch what I tell you. And then also, y'all, Yo Gotti's about to go into click too. Y'all, the feds is they're busy, y'all. They busy. Maybe we should send some donation, maybe some Krispy Kreme's donuts, or maybe some Dunkin' Donuts to them to let them get a little bit of a break, a little snack in between, because y'all, the feds is busy. They are doing a spring cleanup, you guys. The feds is not playing on the real tip. They are doing paddy wagon roundups. They doing spring cleanups, y'all. This is as real as it gets. Sugar honey iced tea just got real, right? They are cleaning up the streets. The feds are not playing. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep you guys. I may do another live later on as I get information, because y'all, it is going down in these streets, y'all. The feds is feding right now, right? So y'all, like, share, and subscribe over here at my channel, you guys. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next live. Bye.